Hi there, it's Janice Thompson from JazzleDazzleCraft.co.uk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. I live and work in Scotland, and today it's time for 1st of November Stamparound UK video hop, and our theme today is 3D. So please go, once you've watched what I've done, please go into the description box below and you'll see the list of all the others taking part in the hop. So I'm not going to delay because this is going to take me a bit longer to do. I want to show you the measurements. So basically what I'm making here is a card and a box that are all one piece. So you've got the card on one side and a little box on the side, and you can pop some treats inside it. So this piece of card is 7 inches that way and 11¼ inches that way. And I'm now going to get my scoreboard and show you the scores that you need for this. Let me just make sure that you can see. I'm really sorry, but I am filming this on Sunday evening. It's pouring with rain. It's Scotland and the light is atrocious, and my lights in here are not much better. What I want to do is see that you can see the top of that. Right, it's a bit awkward, but I'll do my best with the scoring, and then we'll put the board out of the way. So along the long side, that's the 11¼ inch side, you need to score at half an inch, 1¼ I'm not having a good time here. Usually go straight down without any hassle. Right, 1¼ 2 3/4, 3 1/2, and 8 1/8. That's just the first notch after the 8. If you're not familiar with the scoreboard, the inches, each segment is 1/8 of an inch. So that's that. Turn it around 90 degrees. Either direction, it doesn't matter. Make sure it's butted into the corner. So you score at half an inch, 1¼ then 5 3/4 and 6 1/2. Whoops. Right, that's the scoring. I'm going to put my board away as it's just a bit big under the camera. Okay, so I've got my board folder here, and I'm just going to quickly score. I'm going to, confession time, this is the second time of filming this, because once I did my scoring and I started doing my cutting, I had to realise that I actually had cut the card to the wrong size. I'm sure that doesn't surprise you, but you know, it happens to everybody. But the finished product was not going to be right, so I just stopped filming at that point and I've started again. So just fold and burnish all your score lines. It makes them easier to see when you're doing the cutting. Right. So what you'll see is this part here is the box part, and this part here is the card part. So I'm just going to bring my trimmer in, because I need to make 2 strips. So this part here, these two, so that's almost like a square, and that rectangle I need, but we don't need these bits here. So I'm going to pop this in my trimmer. Now I'm doing this carefully because I have centimeters on that part of my scoreboard. So I'm just making sure that the score line is lined up in the track. And I need to cut from where these 2 score lines cross right to the end. So there's a straight line on your blade. You line that up with the line. Let's hope this is right, because it's done now. And I probably need a new blade, which isn't great for today, but let's get that straight in, butted up, make sure it's straight, and just do the same again. If you're not confident about doing that, then if you've got big scissors, you can use them. I'm not awful good at cutting with scissors in straight lines. I'm okay at fussy cutting, but in that situation, the straight lines are not so important. Yeah, that's weird. When I did it the first time, I had a big gap here, so I thought, oh no, I've cut this wrong. Right, so first of all, I'm just going to take away, cut down, and take away those big rectangles that we don't need. Otherwise, they'll flap about and just get in the way. Get on my last remaining nerve. Right, and while I've got it round this way, I'm going to cut up. Now, if you go to my blog at JazzleDazzleCraft.co.uk, you'll get all the measurements there. Okay, so I've cut up all of these. I do not need this one, but I want to cut a wedge. This is the bit where I'll put the glue. And I'm going to fold that back. The middle one, I'm folding it back because I need all of it. I'm going to cut that off. That off. You'll find on my blog a diagram showing you where the cuts are. So if you're not sure. So that's that, and then I need to cut. I'm going to fold that back. I took wedges off that. Now I'm going to fold that back and take wedges from here on these two tabs. I had done all this cutting on my other one before I discovered that it was the wrong length. Okay, so again, cut up. I'm going to cut this rectangle away. So we've got that tab there. I take that back out of the way, the middle bit back out of the way, and cut these little rectangles off these tabs. Now, while that's back out of the way, just take your wedges from these tabs. So that, and then just on this tab that's the one that tucks in on the box. And that's what you need. So if you want to take a screenshot of that, I'm okay with that, just so that you know the shapes. Now, the way this will work is your card will be like that, and your box will construct like this, fold over and meet with the edge of the card there. And then you've got two tabs to tuck in, so you've got a nice box. And then we'll decorate it. So that is that. So I've prepped the decoration already, which is simple, but just because I don't want this to be too long a video, because it is a hop. Now, you don't need to use wet glue. You could use a double-sided tape, tape runner. I find wet glue to be the strongest. So sometimes it's worth just bringing that over. Just carefully lift it up again. Whoops. So I tucked that tab in underneath. If you didn't quite see that, I tucked the tab in underneath there, so it's inside the box, and then you can just close it up, and because you've wedged it, the tab should be nice and firm. It shouldn't want to come out. Now, because of these score lines, I've not cut them all off properly. I'm just going to take my bone folder and flatten them. And that's it, this way around, ready to pop in whatever treats we're going in there. Now, I've got various treats lying here on my desk, so a chocolate biscuit can fit in here, no problem, like that. 3 tea lights. You could cut an aperture in here so that you can see the tea lights. One of the projects in my class did exactly that. And one of the dies from Christmas Classics fits that perfectly. That's not going in very well. But anyway, we'll sort that bit. Oops, it's maybe just the tea light. I showed you a chocolate biscuit option, a hot chocolate sachet or a coffee sachet would go in there, and one of these little biscoffs. So we've got options. I'm just going to leave these in and see why that wasn't closing up so easily. I think it just needs, the wedge just needs to be a bit bigger. Just making sure that whatever's in there isn't stopping the closure. Still doesn't want to. There it is. Get in. You will. So that's your basic construction. And then all I've got here is I've got some of this beautiful designer series paper from, what pack is it from? Did she keep it out to tell you? Yeah. Oh, it's the forest one, the Walk in the Forest, with the bears. Now these go together, so I'm trying to, yeah, because I cut them off the same bit, I want to put them together. So where did I put my glue? So really just quite an easy, once you've got the construction together, just decorate it, suit yourself. So you can use any colour. In class I used these candles, so I used bubble bath card and made a very pretty. But I was thinking this time thinking about Christmas and a nice simple gift for Christmas time. So it's a gift and a card all in one. Now I have stamped this from the stamp set Joy to You. And in Pretty Peacock, the same as all the main colours in here. And I used a piece of this Pretty Peacock glimmer paper, which is an online exclusive, and you'll see I've been thrifty and I punched a shape out of the back of it, the layer, so I can use that on something else. So I'm just going to pop some dimensionals on here. And I mean, you can put whatever. Then we need some white. I haven't quite cut some. myself a piece of white. Whoops. And that would need to be, that will be the same size as the layer that's on the front. So that will be 3 inches by 4 3/8. 1, 2, 3/8. Put that on the inside to write a message. I'm going to have to talk to this bit a bit. There's something sticking here still. I think it's the bit where I've glued. I just need to, I think I'll make this wedge here just a little bit bigger. Just to allow a bit more movement in there. That's better. It's just tidier. So there you can add ribbon. I've got some, I actually got this. What's this one? It's quite pretty. The gold ribbon, you could tie that if you wanted to. I don't think it's necessary, and I'm not going to on this, but you know, add your own, add whatever you fancy, bling it up. Whoops, I've got glue, bits of card sticking to my glue. I'm going to leave it at that, and thank you very much for press and play today. And please go into the description box and see what everyone else has done. If you haven't already subscribed to me, please subscribe and please press the bell icon so that you get notified when I'm coming on again with any more ideas for Christmas or for any cards or 3D projects. So thank you so much. I'm blethering. So I'm going to go. Thank you.